It's a true community effort. Here to tell you more is Trevs BBQ, representing this weekend's hosts, the Ashburton district.
TrustPower, fellow winners, ladies and gentlemen. Two people wanted to help our neighbours in the city to the north. From something small to something big that mobilised the hearts of the 30,000 people of the Ashburton district. Trevor and Jane will now tell their story.
Thank you, Mayor Angus, and on behalf of our district, a warm welcome to you all. As Angus has said, something great can come from something small. Our story is a wee bit like that. A story of our entire district who banded together to help our neighbours in Christchurch after the earthquake in February 2011. When the earthquake struck, Jane was attending a urology conference in Christchurch. She was in the CBD. I was safely at home in Ashburton when all of a sudden our house started shaking. It seemed to take forever to stop. I was worried for her safety and was unable to contact her. Finally, a text came. She was okay and she was going to the hospital to help. After collecting her that evening, as we drove out of the city, the more we talked, the more we thought, what can we do to help? Christchurch was in a bad way. We decided simply we would take our barbecue to Christchurch. So the next morning I rang the local radio station, told them what we wanted to do. We asked for donations, we contacted local businesses, and without hesitation they gave us sausages, bread, sauce, coffee, tea and biscuits. And then along with our daughter, her friend and a work colleague and her son, we set off. We listened to the radio on the way up and heard that a welfare relief centre was being set up in Cowes Stadium, so we decided to go there. When we got there, people were arriving in droves, mostly only with the clothes they wore, all in varying moods of disbelief and shock. It looked like something you only saw on TV. It is a memory we will never forget. So amongst the chaos, we started cooking. It was 4:30 p.m. At 12:30 a.m, we had fed around 400 people, made hundreds of cups of tea and coffee and chatted. We arrived home at 22 in the morning, knowing we had to go back.
Amongst the crowd that night, I came across 5 young men, 4 French and 1 German, aged between 19 and 23, who'd been staying near the CTV building. They only had the clothes they wore, no passports, and only one cell phone between them. That's me. I asked if they'd like to come and stay with us in Ashburton, which they did. We've had a great time with them, and they live with us on and off until November, often coming up to help us in Christchurch with the barbecue. They've invited us to go to France and meet their families, which we're going to do in July this year. And so it started. Trevor spoke on the radio daily about where we'd been. You might have to carry on.
Sorry about that. What we had seen and asked for what was needed. And whatever we asked for, it came. Groceries, vegetables, meat, baking, water, barbecues, everything. Cold weather came in March and we asked for gas heaters and blankets. It was like magic when we got home, as they both had miraculously appeared on our veranda. The generous response blew us away and we needed more help, as we both had our own work commitments. We called for volunteers, and within a few days, over 100 people had offered to help. I arranged for several businesses in town to be drop-off points for the donations, organised people to collect the goods and deliver them to a packing shed where others sorted and packed everything ready for the transport daily. The packing shed took on a life of its own and became a pivotal hub of what was called Trevs BBQ. Jane coordinated teams to go to Christchurch daily. Each day we required 2 teams of 6, 2 4-wheel vehicles with drivers who were confident in navigating the broken city streets, and another who could tow a trailer with a 900-litre tank of fresh Ashburton water.
Our goal remains simple and constant, to help as many people as we could and to help those most in need. We liaise with many Christchurch organisations, city councillors, church leaders, schools and the residents themselves, assessing where our help was needed most. Over 9 months we received donations from an incredible number of local businesses, community organisations, sports and service clubs, schools and individuals from all over mid-Canterbury. Farmers donated whole cattle beef and sheep to the butcher shops, which we had made into sausages and meat packs. A local business that wished to remain anonymous donated approximately 30 tonnes of frozen vegetables. We received a phenomenal amount of beautiful knitting and baking from the Mid-Canterbury area and also from as far afield as Auckland and Invercargill. Everyone liked what we were doing and that the help was going directly to the people. In addition, we were entrusted with close to $25,000 in cash donations, which we used to buy meat, fresh fruit and vegetables. On behalf of the Ashburton community, we set up in 10 different suburbs in the eastern Christchurch in total. In Dallington, we met a marvellous couple called Christo and Amu, who immediately after the earthquake started a barbecue and water station on their front lawn. This quickly ballooned out of control for them, and we spent many days there helping them. On one trip, we sent up an extra team to remove all the broken china and glass in their house, as they had not had time. We became great friends with them. We also helped the many hotel, hospitality and casino workers who lost their jobs, supporting them at a difficult time.
Another aspect of what we did was to give people an opportunity to just stop and have a chat. Often they would ask for a counsellor, give us a hug or just cry when we gave them what we had. Many offered to pay, not realising it was all free. There were smiles, tears, heartache, sadness and laughter most days. On an average day, we gave away hundreds of litres of water, $200 worth of bread, $700 worth of meat, $2,000 worth of groceries, and around $2,000 worth of fresh and frozen fruit and vegetables, hundreds of blankets and hot water bottles, and an untold amount of good warm clothing and other household goods. Over 4,000 hours of time was given by our volunteers, not including the time it took for all the baking and knitting performed by dozens of people, young and old, and the hours we spent on the telephone. Initially, Trevs BBQ went to Christchurch for 31 days straight, and during the 9 months, a total of 47 trips were made to Christchurch, covering approximately 30,000 kilometres. Our last trip in November was to New Brighton. We had an incredible amount of donations and Christmas treats. It was a great final day. We became known in Ashburton as Trevs BBQ, but we had these t-shirts made with Ashburton Volunteer Helper, and the gratitude we heard from the many people in Christchurch was, "Thank you, Ashburton. Thank you, Ashburton." It was a very humbling experience. The volunteers of Trevs BBQ have been awesome. People we did not know prior to this disaster who have now become friends. Like-minded people, people like you here today with the same vision and goals, generosity and kindness, giving freely to your community and to the people in it. That is what it is to be a volunteer. Thank you.